In this episode, I want you to think about how you edit your music on your timeline. Music on your timeline is king. Time and care is vital to allow you to mold it into an appropriate complement of your vision for the project. It's not a pebble dash to be slapped in the timeline to try and cover sloppy editing, which is sometimes what I see delivered to me. This episode covers a couple of tips to help you edit your music correctly and be able to deliver those music tracks professionally that any of the great composers will be happy to hear. Firstly, music is not free. There are a group of humans out there that spend lots of time and effort creating all this amazing music. And unfortunately, they need to eat and to live and to be able to keep doing it. You're not actually allowed to go online and rip what you want. Not only are there copyright issues, but the quality is probably compromised anyway, as you'll have no idea of how the files were compressed during the upload and the download. You need to use original files from the composer or the library or whatever your source, all at the resolution of your session. So for HD, that'll be 48K 24-bit. Then when you're finished, make sure you give the information of which tracks you used to the person responsible, so they can make sure that the music returns are completed and returned to the appropriate music rights body. This is usually the responsibility of the producer. First things first, rhythm. Rhythm is the mechanics of music. Ask yourself, what's the meter? Is it 4/4, like 1 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 4 2 3 4, or would it be like 3/4, 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3? These signatures can be seen in your waveform as peaks, and as you listen to the music you can see what you're looking at. So if you need to cut a piece of music, firstly look at the appropriate beat that you're cutting into, generally at the end of the bar, the 4 2 3 4. The next thing to watch out for is the key of the music. The key of the music is the key in which it is played. Now you're getting into musicality. Most of you probably know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, your ear will. If it does not sound right, it is not right. Try to keep the piece of music at the end of the edit point consistent with the outgoing piece, so they're both the same key, unless it's deliberate. It can be too jarring for the listener. Of course I'm going to say it. Checkerboard everything. We've brushed on this before. It's imperative that everything in the music tracks are checkerboarded, so that the mixer can create nice transitions at the start and the end of each piece, and sweeten crossfades in between. You should have delivered large handles with the session, because large handles on the music tracks can be really handy for the sound editor in cleaning up music track problems. It's also a good idea that when you deliver the project, you send over a folder containing all the music tracks used in full resolution. The mixer may need it if there's a problem with any of the music edits, or any of the files on the timeline has a technical problem. Just before we go, if you're using temporary music in your project, use it as such, temporary. If you're cutting to a certain piece of music, make sure the piece you are going to use is of the same tempo. Otherwise, the rhythm of your edits will be off. Now, tragically for music composers, and I've seen it many times, the editor and the director fall in love with the temp music that they have used in the edit. And when the composer delivers, the director and the editor are bemused. Why the score from the composer is not a John Williams or any Morricone masterpiece. Don't love your temp music, it's temp music. You've entrusted somebody with your vision. I'm sure they have your best interests at heart. Communication is key. Find out at the start of the process the tempo, or if possible a sample of composed music, so that you're editing to the same tempo. I'm Keith Alexander and you've been watching Adorama TV. Don't forget to subscribe to Adorama TV for more great videos and advice. Tell us what you think. You can like, comment or share this video, and please come by the Adorama Learning Centre for more great information and advice.